That was so awesome. Thank you guys so much for putting that very special at-home performance together for us. We appreciate that.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, so I know you guys are from San Jose, which is a place that I've actually spent some time in, and I have eaten many carne asado burritos from La Vix. So I know about that orange sauce.
The orange sauce is tremendous.
It's the best. So, how are you guys just kind of holding up right now? It's just such a crazy time.
Well, we recently we've been working a bunch on music here at our house in LA, and just taking it a day at a time because there's nothing for starting into the next. There's nothing concrete for the next few months. Like no one knows what's about to happen, so we're just going a day at a time.
Yeah, 100%. I'm right there with you. And maybe if you guys just want to quickly introduce yourselves and what you do in the band. I know you guys have to do this all the time.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm Tarek. I'm a singer-songwriter.
I'm Isaac. I'm a rapper.
I'm Joseph. I'm a singer-songwriter.
I'm George, and I do the visuals and creative direction for those visuals.
I'm Dom, and I'm a producer-songwriter.
Awesome. So I know that you guys met when you were in high school. And, the really cool thing about you guys is you're DIY, you've done everything yourselves, and you call yourselves an artist collective, versus a band. Can you kind of explain to everybody what that means?
So like a collective is when, like I consider us a collective because everything is done within like one roof. Like when it comes to visuals, when it comes to merchandise, when it comes to songs, like when we were coming up on the scene, like we prided ourselves in doing everything ourselves. So I feel like it was more fair of a term to use, collective instead of boy band.
100%. And sorry?
I feel like it's more appropriate.
Yeah. I would not consider you guys a boy band. But I mean, think about from going back to when you guys were recording in, that 10 by 10 shed in Dom's backyard to where you guys are at today. I mean, how has the last year of your lives kind of transformed?
Honestly, like for us, like besides like the reassurance of like the numbers just kind of like telling us, all right, what we're doing is like is the right thing we're supposed to be doing, and our gut instinct from when we first made those songs, like they were right, and like we're not crazy for trying to like become musicians and shit. This is like what we're supposed to do. So it's like, and with like the quarantine and stuff, like we don't really get to experience like how much like our lives have changed. We've been in the same house for the past like 2 years now.
Yeah.
And like we haven't done a single show. So like I think we'll fully get to experience like what the fans like got, like how their feedback and how they receive the music and that energy once we actually get to go out and finally do some shows.
Yeah, I know you guys had big plans this year to play a bunch of festivals and South by Southwest. And, and I'm so sorry that, you're not able to go out and experience this, but I do imagine when you guys do get to finally play that first show, not only are you going to be so dialed in because I'm sure you've been rehearsing and writing, practicing so much, but it's just probably going to feel even that much bigger and better.
Yeah, definitely. And everything happens for a reason. Like, during that time where we were supposed to be out on like doing shows, we were able to start and finish a whole project that's coming out like early next year. So like we got like, that's a really good positive way to look at it too.
Yeah, you guys have been making good use of your time. So, you guys all come from very different backgrounds and cultures. And how do you feel as though that has maybe impacted the sound and the vibe of your music?
Well, I think it's just growing up listening to different musics, listening to different music in everyone's household. It's like everyone gathered different influences, whether it was via their dad, their mom, their older brother, and we kind of like honed them up. And then now it's like I forgot where I was.
Just like finding a way, like we find a way to make all those different influences
There you
like,
go.
like put together. Like we all like it shows our influences like individually show, but when you put it all together, it kind of creates something that's a little bit fresh and a little bit new.
Yeah, I love it. Well, you guys just have this really natural kind of kickback vibe, and that really comes through in your music videos. You know, you're very relatable, you know, and we've been playing the hell out of your song Mariposa, and it sounds so great on the radio. And I really love the video for it. I don't know who was wearing the butterfly wings. Yeah. So so I feel like you're the modern day, like blind melon, no rain bee, the bee girl from that video. It's like the modern day version of that.
What you're referencing, but I think it's hilarious.
I love it. And for me, I'm like really into signs and totems. And whenever I see a butterfly, like a monarch butterfly out in the world, it's a sign to me that I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be and that everything's going to be okay.
You
So,
are exactly where you're supposed to be, and everything is going to be okay.
right? Right? We're on the same page.
100%.
So, what was kind of the backstory behind this song, and was it more just like one of you guys kind of started coming up with an idea, and then you kind of go from there, or how did it kind of come about?
So it started off during a period of time where like I wasn't really comfortable in making like songs and like after like a 5-month period of not playing guitar, one day I just picked up the guitar and it was the first chords I played, first melody I sang, and then I sent it to these guys and their reaction was really crazy. They were hella proud of me. And then from there I brought it to Dom and then we produced the whole thing out and that's how it came to be.
Yeah, we knew from that first voice memo of just him singing, like singing over the chords, just the hook. It was just a very simple little recording, and we all knew like at that moment it was a very special song. We had to give it all that we can give, all that we got.
Yeah, well, you absolutely did. And I mean, obviously, you know, just so many people related to it, blowing up on TikTok. I mean, how were like when that was all happening, what was going through your guys' minds?
I was just really obsessed with looking at the numbers every day because it seemed like it started to make like not as much sense as it should, the amount of numbers that were coming in. So I was really like looking at that, which probably was unhealthy looking back at it. But
it was just really exciting.
It was really exciting because you think about the potential opportunities that the success that's happening at the moment can bring and the doors that it'll open into other ventures. And it just gets us excited.
And it felt good for the song to be received and do numbers like that on a platform that like we didn't really intend it like to make the song for that platform.
Yeah.
Whereas most of the songs that blow up there are like they make them intentionally for that purpose.
Right.
So
Yeah. But I think, you know, it's not unhealthy for you to have been looking because that was like the one thing that you got to enjoy while we've been in lockdown. So screw that, you know? So I know, you know, you guys said you have something in the works that's been coming out or that's going to be coming out very soon, which I'm excited about. So I guess, you know, one of my last questions is going to be when we are in a post-COVID world, what is the thing that you are most excited about?
We're hitting the road.
Live shows, traveling,
Just traveling,
eating in restaurants without having to worry about COVID.
Yeah. Walking
Like-
down a busy street.
It seems so far away.
It seems so far away.
Not having to wear masks.
But
Yeah.
it looks like they got a vaccine going, so I think
I don't know necessarily what's going on, but
I know, but we gotta just stay hopeful and optimistic. And your guys' music really helps with that. You know what I mean? Music is the one thing right now that's helping to keep me together and keep me going, you know? And then lastly, you know, we're celebrating 100 years in radio. So what has been the impact of radio with your guys' career?
I I listened to the radio like a lot growing up, especially because it was all edited, so we would never have to worry about cuss words. And as an adult as well, because I was too lazy to buy an FM transmitter to play off my Spotify. So like I would just listen to a bunch of radio like a lot. So I always had my like hands on the pulse of what was going on, which I feel kind of worked out well.
Yeah, no, like me and my family always like that. We always listen to the radio in the car, and like that was just like one of the biggest influences, and just like that experience of calling in and like trying to get like your like the song you like to get played next, or discovering a song brand new on the radio. And my first concert ever was like a radio like thrown where it was like a bunch of artists that I liked all in one radio. So it was just like that experience and like the inspiration that it brought was just like it's crazy. It's crazy to think about it right now.
Yeah, that makes me so happy though, because that's exactly my same experience. I have so many great memories, like driving around with my dad, listening to the radio, and it's always been there. And and you guys, Mariposa sounds awesome on the radio. I'm so incredibly happy for all of your success. And lastly, I will just say, go Dubs. So, Peachtree Rascals, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. And I can't wait until I get to meet you in real life.
Yes.
Thanks for having
Thank
us.
you so much.
Thank you so much, you guys. Have a good rest of your day.
Bye.
All right, bye. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, Megan Holiday, and Peachtree Rascals. We are now doing our DTS Soundspace Sundays on the first Sunday of every month. So we will check you in January. And stay safe, be well, miss you so much, and love you. Bye.